Hey guys, welcome back to the MDCU. And during these unprecedented times, unforeseen circumstances, unexpected trials, and all the other phrases that have now become pandemic cliches, every single industry on the planet has been disrupted and forced to adapt to the pandemic. But one industry in particular has struggled more so than the others. And of course, that's the movie industry. And at first, the industry's response was to keep pushing back the release dates, hoping they would eventually be able to get a theatrical release that would reel in the big bucks. But as the pandemic raged on, the industry had to pivot their stance and begin placing movies on streaming services. That is, except for a certain studio. So back in April, when a little lass named COVID-19 made it clear that she wasn't going anywhere anytime soon, the higher ups at Marvel and Disney decided to push Black Widow from its original May 7th release date to November 29th, in hopes that by then theaters would be back open and coronavirus would be a simple blimp in humanity's rearview mirror. But of course, they were wrong. So September rolls around, and the execs are forced to reevaluate and once again push back Black Widow's release date, now to the current date of May 7th, 2021. And we all know that Marvel has a very delicate timeline for the order of their movies. And thus, Black Widow delaying meant pushbacks for films like The Eternals, which is now set for November 2021, and Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, which is set of July of that same year. And these seem like reasonable goals, but with the infection rate continuing to rise and the vaccine distribution going at the rate that it is now, chances are Marvel is going to have to delay again. And ever since Mulan's relative success on Disney Plus, a lot of people have been urging for Black Widow to be released on streaming. But Kevin Feige has made it clear that this is not something him or the studio is likely to do. And although I do want to see Black Widow as much as the next Marvel stand, I also want that theatrical experience Feige is holding out for. Because as nice as it is to watch your favorite movie shoeless in the comfort of your own home, nothing quite beats the magic of Le Cinema. But continuously pushing release dates back in hopes that one day the pandemic will just be gone by the time that the movie rolls around is not a good plan, because that's probably not going to happen. And soon people are going to become disinterested and possibly lose faith in the franchise. And it's not like there aren't other options. Disney is one of, if not the biggest media company out there. They could easily go around and establish the same working relationships with any number of the thousands of already established drive-in movie theaters across the country. Or shoot, they could even buy empty lots and set up their own franchise of drive-in theaters where they exclusively release their material. And with the added threat of pirating, they could send out their little Disney bots or whatever to scan the web, even more so than they would have before, in order to ensure that the release remains profitable. And I'm not saying this all to judge Disney or anything, because no one could have expected or prepared for this pandemic. But with the 1 year anniversary of lockdown coming up, it seems like a smart move to start to adjust to what may be our new normal. So, guys, those are my thoughts on the topic, but that by no means ends the conversation. So, go ahead and drop a comment of whether or not you think Marvel needs to tweak their approach to the pandemic. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. And this was actually the first video of a series I want to try to do of hot takes where I talk about different big ideas. So, if you want to see more of this kind of content, go ahead and drop a like, subscribe to my channel, and also comment what movie in the MCU 2021 slate you're most excited for. See you guys next time. Peace.